As you know, here we are studying different chapters of subject science of 7th standard NCERT syllabus. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter number 6. Changes around us. We know that there are so many changes occurring around us. Okay, say for example, a plant is growing into a tree. A small baby becomes a large one or big one, right? Or a puppy become a dog, or the rice is cooked, or we can say the digestion of food. So many changes we can see daily in our life. So here we have to study about different changes and what are the types of these changes. Right? We can see the different changes, like the tomato is cut into pieces, the ice is melting, the water is freezing into ice, the ice cream is melted into milkshake, or when we take the milkshake and keep it in the freezer, it becomes ice cream. So we can say many changes, and these changes are of different types. So here in this chapter, we have to study the different types of these changes. Now, let's start with the changes in our daily life. In our daily life, we can see mainly two types of changes. That is physical change and chemical change. Physical change means what? The change in which only the physical properties of the substance changes. Now, you may ask question, ma'am, what do you mean by physical properties? So, physical properties are nothing but the properties like color, state, shape and size. Say for example, I have a piece of paper, right? And I will tear the page. Then what is changed? Yes, you are right. Only the shape of the paper is changed. But the property of the paper remains same. In the same piece of paper, though it is small or large, you can write. So after tearing the paper, also you can write. Only the shape or size changes here in this example. Or we can say the color changes from one color to another. Then also you can say that that is a physical change. For example, if you take a blade and keep it into the flame, right? Then the color changes from silver to red for some time. Again, after 10 minutes, the red color changes to silver, right? So that color change is there in the physical property. So we can say that it is a physical change, right? So if there is a change in which the physical properties changes, then it is known as physical change, right? So let's see the definition. The change in which a substance undergoes a change in its physical properties only. So this type of changes are known as physical changes, right? We have already studied that shape, size, state and color are different physical properties of any substance. Now, let's see some examples of physical changes. Melting of ice. So here the state changes from solid to liquid. Tearing of paper. So here, as I told, the size and shape changes. And cutting of salad. So obviously the size and shape is changing, right? So here no new substance is formed. So that is known as physical change. Now the other type of change which I told you is chemical change. Chemical change means a change in which a new substance is formed. Okay, that is, one or more new substances can be formed in any chemical change. Say for example, cooking of food. So we know that the rice, when they are raw, they looks different, and when we cook them, then they obviously look different, right? So cooking of food is one type of chemical change in which the new substance, that is the cooked rice, are formed. Okay, cooked rice are totally different from the raw rice. Then we can say the digestion of food means we know that when our food get digested, from that food we get various nutrients like carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals, etc. So all these are new substances, right? Okay, so digestion of food is also a chemical change. Then we can say the rusting of iron. We know that when iron keeps in contact with water and oxygen, right, then the brown color layer will be formed on it, and that is known as rust. And this process is known as rusting. So rust is totally a new substance, right? So it is also known as a chemical change, right? So let's see the definition. A change in which one or more new substances are formed are known as chemical changes. Say for example, rusting of iron, digestion of food. Now let's see some chemical changes in which the reaction occurs between the two substances and we get some new substances. Okay, we can say that these are some experiments which we can perform in the laboratory, okay, and we can see some chemical changes. So now let's see them. First is burning of magnesium ribbon. So in this experiment, what we have to do? We have to take one magnesium ribbon, then we have to clean it with sandpaper, right? Then we have to take a candle and we have to keep this magnesium ribbon on the flame of the candle. So what happens? This magnesium ribbon burns with white color light. Okay, so we can say that here the reaction occurs between magnesium plus, if I ask you a question before I write here anything, when anything burns, what it requires from the atmosphere? Yes, you are right, oxygen, right? So when magnesium ribbon burns, it reacts with oxygen and it will form a new substance known as magnesium oxide. Right? Magnesium oxide. Now, when this magnesium oxide will mix with water, okay, this is formed in the form of ash. So when this ash of magnesium oxide mixes with water, so magnesium oxide plus water, then it will give us the another new substance, that is magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide, right? So this is the reaction in which the magnesium burns in the presence of oxygen and we get a new substance, that is magnesium oxide. And when magnesium oxide oxide is dissolved in water, we get again a new substance, that is magnesium hydroxide. And if we test this magnesium hydroxide with litmus paper, that is red litmus paper, then red litmus paper changes to blue. So you have an idea that what is it? Yes, you are right. It is a base, right? So magnesium plus oxygen, that is Mg. The symbol of magnesium is Mg. So here I can write Mg plus O2. It will give magnesium oxide, that is MgO, right? And magnesium oxide, that is MgO plus water. We know the formula of water, H2O, right? Then it will give the magnesium hydroxide, that is MgOH twice, right? So these are the symbols and formula of the substances. So this is known as the chemical change, because here we get the new substance. Now let's move to the next example, that is reaction of copper sulfate with iron. Here what you have to do, you have to take a pinch of copper sulfate powder, okay, and you have to dissolve in 5 milliliter water, right? So in 5 ml water you have to dissolve the copper sulfate. So copper sulfate solution you will get. Now you have to keep an iron nail or iron blade into it for some time. So when you see the copper sulfate solution, then it is of blue color. What is the color of copper sulfate solution? Blue, right? Now you are keeping the iron nail into it for some time. After 1 or 2 hours, when you see this, then you will see that the color of copper sulfate changes from blue to green. How this happens? Let's see. So what you have to do? You have to take copper sulfate solution, plus you have to keep iron in it. Now the reaction occurs between copper sulfate and iron. So iron will take place of copper and it will form iron sulfate, plus copper will be removed in the solution. So the color of copper sulfate is, as I told you, blue. Okay. Then when this changes to iron sulfate, the color of iron sulfate is green and the color of copper is brown. So at the base of the solution, that is iron sulfate, you can see the brown color copper, right? So this is how this reaction occurs. In this reaction, again a new substance, that is iron sulfate, is formed, and that's why it is known as chemical change, right? Now let's move towards the third example, that is reaction of vinegar and baking soda. We all know about vinegar. Vinegar is nothing but which contains acid, that is acetic acid, and which is used in various items like Chinese items. Okay, so and baking soda is the sodium hydrogen carbonate that we have already discussed in chapter number 5, right? So this baking soda is available at our home, right? And this baking soda is used to make dokda, handwa, etc. Right? So here we have to do the reaction between vinegar and baking soda. So when vinegar reacts with baking soda, vinegar plus baking soda, then it will form carbon dioxide. Okay, carbon dioxide is formed. We know that carbon dioxide is gas. Okay, so here we can write carbon dioxide. When this carbon dioxide is passed through freshly prepared lime water means the water which we are using to whitewash our home, right? So that is lime water, okay, which is known as chunanu pani, right? So this lime water, when this freshly prepared carbon dioxide is passed through lime water, so here we can write carbon dioxide plus lime water. It will give us the new substance, that is calcium carbonate. So calcium carbonate is formed as we mix the carbon dioxide in lime water, right? So this carbon dioxide plus lime water will form calcium carbonate and it turns the lime water milky, means white colored. The lime water when we prepare, then at that time it is almost transparent. But if we pass carbon dioxide, then it becomes white colored, right? So by doing this method, okay, we can say that the carbon dioxide is available, means this test is good for testing carbon dioxide is there or not. So all these examples which we have studied, that is burning of magnesium ribbon, reaction of copper sulfate with iron, and reaction of vinegar and baking soda, all these are chemical changes, right? So now in the next lecture we will discuss about which other changes takes place along with chemical change, right? So till that, be at home, be safe. Thank you.